Hi everyone, welcome back to A Living Testimony. So A Living Testimony is basically a podcast that focuses on the academic perspective of things from our different guests that come in terms of Christ and your own journey, what challenges you have come across leading up to you being in university, what challenges you've come across in university, and how has the Lord seen you through all of that. So today on our couch, we have a graduate. This is our very first graduate on the show, someone who completed their degree in record time. And she's also our leader. She's leading a ladies' Bible study in church. If you can help me welcome, drum roll please. Palesa Kubayi. Okay, Palesa, if you can please just give a short introduction of yourself.
So, my name is Palesa Kubayi. I did an undergrad in microbiology, and now I'm doing my honors in microbiology. I am the last of many siblings. I am a mom. I love God.
Amen. Okay, so today we have something just to open up and break the ice, which is 101 Bible verses for teachers. So I know it might seem a bit tarot card reading, but I have to shuffle the cards because the other one was on top that I read yesterday. Okay. Trying to pick one and then read it for us. Okay.
Psalms 91 verse 4. He will cover you with his feathers. He will shelter you with his wings.
And the back.
Oh, it doesn't show the same thing. Okay. Psalms 121 verse 3. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber.
Amen. Thank you so much. So as we heard that our Lord does not slumber, he watches over us and will not let our foot slip if we can just trust in him in everything that we do. Amen. Okay, so we're gonna talk about your childhood. We're gonna start with your childhood. What did growing up look like for you, like in primary? Like what was your everyday life like?
Shoot, that's a long time ago. So, I grew up in a very warm home. I grew up surrounded by loving siblings, and yeah, now that I think of it, it was such a warm home. I didn't grow up in the conventional, there's a mom and a dad and then there's kids. It was mostly my grandmother and the kids, or my mom's sister and the kids, or my other aunts and the kids. But it was always warm. I think regardless of who led the home at that time, I think we'll get to why there's like differences, but regardless of who led the home at that time, it was always warm. It was always full of love and fights, because siblings fight a lot. But so I grew up in a very warm home. Primary, I was a very shy and quiet child. I was very closed off. I was very timid. I don't know, but I was just a scared child. So primary was just fine. It was just okay. I think I need to give background on this before I can get into it. Like I said, that the home was often led by different people, my grandmother, my aunt, my other aunt, and my mom is not part of those people that I mentioned because I lost her when I was 6 months old. So then I go to primary, I start to realize that it's not everyone stays with their grandmother, then all of a sudden they're staying with their aunts. So I was always the child in primary that looks for a mom. So I'd be in a class and I wouldn't make friends. Number one, I'm shy. Number two, I'm very timid. So I just look for moms. I used to befriend teachers. So I don't have those experiences that with playing would be so fun and stuff like that. And that's not because my grandmother was not loving or my aunt was not loving. It was just I don't know, it was just the easiest thing for me to do. Like the closest thing I can get to a friend is a momish, right? So that was my primary school life, and it was very fun. And I used to be smart in primary, not because of any other reason, but I didn't want to give the teachers a reason to come and talk to me. Like I don't want to give someone a reason to come and shout. So I used to do my work on time, used to make sure that I know stuff, because if I don't know something, then you're gonna have a conversation. I didn't want to have conversations. And then I moved to high school. Are we going to high school now?
I want to ask, so in your primary life, you don't mention your dad. Yeah. You didn't
Such a
mention your
wrong
dad.
thing. So my dad lives in a separate house, right? So my mom passed away, and then my dad got married. So my dad lives in a separate house. It's not far from where I would stay with my grandmother or my aunt, but it's just in a separate house. We'd go visit and stuff like that. But because all of my siblings are in this house, and in that house it's my dad and my stepmom, then we wouldn't go as often. But yeah, so growing up I didn't have a close relationship with my dad. He was like, I knew he was there and he was a present dad, but I was just not used to him because I wouldn't give it time to build a relationship with him. Same thing with my stepmom. When I was younger, I just knew she was there. I've known she exists from the moment I think my brain could register that, oh, you know people. And that's how long she's been there. But they're also a very huge part of my life, especially like later when I start growing and start being intentional about building a relationship with my dad and my stepmom. So yeah.
Okay. And then at home, like, was it a Christian home? Like, what did they believe in? Yeah.
So I grew up in a family that has a long line of ancestral worship. So it was just a very long line of ancestral worship, and that was all I knew growing up. That is everything that I knew existed. So it wasn't Christian based. I think they would pray, sometimes they would go to church when I was younger, but it wasn't a thing. I can't even recall a day when any of them told me about Jesus, or we'd say Jesus this. I think if I'd hear that name, it would probably be somewhere in the streets, and it wouldn't be deep because we believe in ancestors. That's what we do at home, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. And then going into high school now, like making your friends, did you make any friends? Are you still shy? Or
So a lot of the things that I say need a lot of background. So I'm in primary. My mom, I call her my mom. She is my mom's sister. So every time I say my mom, just know she's my mom's sister. I call my stepmom my mom again. I just have to find reference. What am I going to say? My mom's sister is mom one. My stepmom is mom two, right? So that I don't lose you guys. So mom one decides, let me take you guys to your grandmother back home in Mpumalanga. That's still in primary. So I go to Mpumalanga, I stay there for 2 years. And then she decides that, oh no, I miss my kids. That's me and my sister at that time. So we come back home. And then we are now in high school. My first year in high school, grade 8, we are back home with mom one. And then in the second year, she passes away. So in the house, it was me and all my siblings and mom one, right?
so wait, does mom one have her own kids?
She does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she married? Is there like
So
a
mom
father
one
figure?
was married, and then her husband passed away some time ago, and that's why she came to stay with me and all of my siblings. So it was first my grandmother that was staying with all the kids, and then my grandmother passes away, I think when I was 9, and then mom one comes into the picture. Then she's now heading the family, and then she's taking care of all of the kids. So that's my first.
Wait, sorry, I'm confused. So, okay, fine. So at 9 years, you lose your grandmother, and then mom one takes care of everyone, right? And then when do you guys go to Mpumalanga?
We go to Mpumalanga just after mom one takes us, but not directly after. It's like, I think 5 years. No, I'm not sure for like how long after she comes into the picture do we go to Mpumalanga, but it wasn't immediately after losing my grandmother. It was just, yeah.
Okay. And then in Mpumalanga you stay with
my grandmother. So this grandmother that I lost has a sister. So in Mpumalanga I stay with her sister.
Okay. And then Umam is like, hey, I miss my kids, then you guys come back.
Then we come back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Makes sense now.
Yeah, so we come back, we're in grade 8, we go to grade 9, mom one passes away, then it's just me and my siblings, and then my uncle comes, which is mom one's older brother, right? But at that point I'm so used to mom one. She used to be my friend. I think she'd give me like pocket money when we go to school, and I'd use some of it and leave like 2 rand because she loved sweets and gum. So I'd leave like 2 rands and buy her sweets and gum and stuff like that. So every time I go home, she even knew, she'd look at me and she knew she has something for me. It was just that type of thing. So I was so used to finding her at home. She'd like, I know I'll get there and she already cooked and stuff like that. She'd even in the mornings she used to like cook porridge, right? And we're getting ready for school, and then we're so late but we have to eat. So she'd put food in a container and walk with us. So I walk while I eat, and then we get to the stop sign, like not very far, but just far enough. We call it the small stop sign there at home because it's just a very short thing. So she'd walk with us until and that time we're walking and eating, so we have to go, right? So she was my friend. So so because of that loss, I found it so hard to be at home. I think my siblings don't even know. So mama one passes away, all of us with my siblings decide that, it's better for you and your sister. My sister is 3 years older than me. It's better for you guys to go to a boarding school, because what are you gonna do staying with boys at home? We're the only girls that stayed in the house. So it's like, they're like, it's better for you guys to go to a boarding school. And they're like, yeah, we agree. And to them I agreed, because it's better for you guys to go to a boarding school. But it was so hard for me to come back home. It was so hard for me to be in the house, because every minute I'm there, I'm thinking, I should tell her this. And to this day, I still sit and things happen. I'm like, yeah, I was going to tell my mom. And then I remember that, no. So it was such a hard thing for me to stay at home. So now...
So for you, the boarding school was a blessing in disguise, because really didn't necessarily want to be at home.
Yeah. That too. So we get, what are they called? Removals from that school, right? We get the removals, and then I don't get into a boarding school.
Sure.
Right? I don't get into a boarding school. And
wait, what are removals?
It's like when you go to the school and you're like, I'm no longer gonna come to the school, they give you a letter to like,
okay.
Yeah. It's like deregistering.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get that thing, but I don't get into a boarding school. And some lady that we knew from our childhood was like, I know a place where you can go and stay there. So now it's the time for me and my sister to go. My sister is like, I'm not leaving. I'm not going there. And mind you, I'm that child that wants to do their schoolwork and do everything right, because I don't want to be shouted at. I don't want to give you a reason to talk to me. My sister is like, nope, I am not doing this.
Wait, so when that family friend that you guys know says that, okay, there's a place I know, is this place like a boarding house and you still go to the same school, or what?
So the place is in a different city. It's far from home. It's not, I don't get to stay at home and do that. But I
Change
didn't mind.
schools if you go to that place.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I already got a removal from the
Okay.
old school. So my sister's like, I'm not going. So it's just me now that has to go into this new place that I don't know.
So you went alone?
So I went on my own, and when I got there, I realized that it's like a home. Do you know what a home is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a home like girls with no families or girls with how do I say this? Yeah.
It's a home.
Yes.
Yeah.
They call it a home. So I get there, I find that it's that, and it's like I think 21 girls stay there.
So it's just females.
Yeah, it's just females. 21 girls stay there, and there's like the mom of that house. It was a very beautiful place. It was a very nice place. But I got there, and then I was around all of these people I didn't know. My sister wasn't there.
Sure.
The first day I get there, I start my period, and there's no one I can like ask. My sister is home. I did tell her like when I was leaving, because I realized. So I'm getting there to a new place, and now there's this new thing. I obviously read up about it, but it's like I need a mom.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's like, okay, what is happening? So yeah, I get there, there's 21 girls, and we stay there, and it wasn't the best of places to be.
Okay. Contradiction. Initially you said it was nice.
It was a beautiful place. The space was beautiful. The living area was beautiful.
It's aesthetic when I
Yes.
Okay.
It was very nice and comfortable, because when I say home, people are gonna assume they pack you guys up, you guys sleep in one bed, like 5 of you in one bed. No, it wasn't like that. You had your own things, you had your own space. So the place was beautiful. It wasn't like because a lot of times when people make homes, they take advantage, like use up the money and not use it for the place and stuff. So the place itself was a beautiful place, but it was also a very toxic place for me. I think for also the type of child that I was, it was very toxic. It was very damaging for me. So I got there, I stayed there for only 1 year, and I'm in high school. And
What grade is this now?
Now I am in grade 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm in now I'm in grade 10. I stay there for that grade 10 year, and then I always told my siblings that I'm struggling. I can't stay there. I'm experiencing things that I don't think are like nice, and it's not big things. It was more of like emotional damage type of things. So yeah, I told my siblings that I can't do this anymore.
What would happen?
Um,
Don't mind sharing.
I'm trying to say the things without being mean. Let's just keep it at horrible things.
Sure.
It
Were
was
the
just
girls
horrible.
being mean, or did you experience like any form of bullying, or what?
It was bullying, but most of the bullying was, well, not most of it. The only type of bullying was emotional. So it was I'm a very closed person, so I'm obviously not gonna fit into the things, and people are obviously gonna start talking about you being weird and you being all of that. So I had a hard time being there, because each time felt like every minute I was there felt like a reminder of how different I am and how I'm not like all the other kids, and and stuff like that. And also another contributing factor that the people that come there because of pasts that are not the best. So people have their own troubles, people carry their own baggage. So coming into that, they maybe sort of offload on you without intentionally saying, oh, I'm gonna bully Bohlale so that I feel better, or and stuff like that, or I'm gonna act this way because if I don't look out for myself, no one's gonna look out for me, right?
It's kind of like that thing of hurt people.
Yes, it was mostly that. So I'm in grade 10. in this new school. Now I'm going into grade 11. Tell
Okay.
my
Wait. So now this is home now. So you go to school, come back home.
yeah.
And how's school life like? Like, do you have friends at school? Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now, for the first time, I have friends in school. I had a group of friends. Firstly, I was friends with a group of girls, but that fell out a little bit, and then I became friends with these 3 guys. So I was the only girl, and it was the most beautiful thing. It was the most beautiful thing. It was they didn't baby me, but you can see the difference between how they interact with each other to how they interact with me. It was very nice. It felt like it was such a beautiful thing to go out of the place that I'm staying at, to go to school. Then I'm going to see them, and it's going to be nice. Also, I'm surrounded by a lot of brothers, so I think it's easier for me to be around guys than it is girls. So the school is nice, and
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Okay, and then you said you're in grade 10 at this stage. How do you choose your subjects? Like, what influenced that decision?
So I actually can't remember like the perfect moment where I was like, oh yeah, do science. It wasn't that. I just sat and was honest with myself that economics is challenging. History is not my favorite thing because I have to read case studies. I love natural science. I don't like maths, but maths lit wants you to read. So I just went into what I was good at. I
Okay.
just went into that.
Okay, makes sense. So now you're telling your siblings back home that I am not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I told my brother that I can't do this anymore, my older brother, and then he moves. So now I'm in grade 11 and I can't. You can, but I think at that time I couldn't switch schools, or they
Yeah,
didn't
they
want
kind
me
of prevent that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So now I'm in grade 11. I have to stay in that school. So I go from the place I was staying, I go back home, and then I start traveling from Joburg to Midrand.
Sure.
Yeah.
Every
So,
day.
yes. Wait. Okay, I did travel just for a little while, and then my older brother had a place that's still far, but close enough. Yeah. So I moved in with my brother and his girlfriend, and their daughter was a few months old by then. So now I'm staying with them, and then I take a taxi. I take 2 taxis to school. So we do that for quite some time, and then they decide that no, let's move to a place that's closer. So now we move to a place that's very close to school. So now it's easier. I just take a local taxi, or I don't use a taxi, and I'm still staying with my brother, his girlfriend, and my niece. Yeah.
And what does that feel like? Does it feel like, oh, mom and dad?
Yes. It was. It definitely felt like that. It felt like yeah.
This is where I belong.
Yes.
This makes sense.
Yes. This is it. This is
nice.
living.
Okay.
It felt like that. My brother's girlfriend she was insanely nice. I would sit and forget that, oh, your sibling is actually your brother, and this one is like the one that's coming in. It felt like it switched.
Wow.
It's okay, this is my sister, and my sister has a boyfriend. That boyfriend is my brother.
Wow. Yeah.
So it felt like that. It was such a beautiful place to be in and grow and learn things from them, and yeah, it was just a beautiful place. Then I'm in grade 11 and part of grade 12, still staying with them. So now they have to move to a different place because my sister finds a job in another city. My brother has to also move closer to his job, right? And it's something they couldn't control. They just both had to move, right? So now I am there. I'm back home, back to traveling. So I'm traveling, and now I'm in Matric. I'm traveling until I found a place closer to school. So now I'm staying on my own. I leave. That place was very far from school.
Sure.
It was extremely far.
But your own place was closer than home.
Yes, because then home I take 2 taxis.
Okay.
My place is just 1 local taxi again, but I felt sure.
Wait, and then now who's at home since you said your brother is not living with his girlfriend and they have like a daughter?
Yeah.
Like who's at home? Your sister?
Remember they were staying at their place. My home still has all of my other siblings.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And who is like the guardian? Because now mom one is the uncle.
Yeah, my uncle.
Okay.
Because my uncle is then home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
So now they move. I have to now stay alone closer to school because I'm in Matric. The traveling was not working. But I felt so abundant. I felt so true. It was one of the most hurtful times of my life because I felt like, yeah, now all of you guys left me here. It's just me, and at that time I'm in Matric. I'm 16, right? No, I'm still 15 at the time. So I'm still 15.
You started school early?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm still.
Wait, sorry. How many years ahead are
earlier.
you?
I started 1 year earlier.
Okay.
And then when I was in the 2 years I stayed at home, in that grade they actually made me skip 1 grade.
So, it's my first time meeting someone who actually like, wow, like they were like,
Yeah.
you're too smart for this grade.
To be being humble.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm now
So you're finishing Matric at 16.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So 15, staying on my own.
Sure.
Number 1, I don't know God. Still, family believes in ancestors, and there's no don't drink alcohol, don't do this, don't do this. It's just there's no. I don't know if maybe I'm not schooled on it, but in my experience, there's nothing that they would sit and say like Christianity, which sex before marriage is a sin, or drinking alcohol is wrong and stuff like that, or getting drunk is wrong rather, right? So there's no any of that. I don't come from any background of strict.
I must avoid this.
Yes. There's no one bridging the gap, because remember, it's my grandmother, it's my mom, my grandmother, mom 1, now my uncle, my dad and my mom 2 stay in a separate house, so no one is enforcing any type of rules. My brothers, because the older siblings did do that, but it's like you're also a child yourself, so there's no rules type of thing, and there's just no guidance at all. So I'm staying alone there, and I felt so abandoned. I felt so unloved. Like, even knowing that we had no choice, I felt like, why are they not coming to see me? What if I don't sleep at home? So no one doesn't see that I don't sleep at home, or no one doesn't see that I didn't go to school. It felt like not they, because then no one is responsible.
Yeah.
But it felt like, it didn't feel nice. Then I'm 16. Did you want to say something?
I wanted to ask you a question. So when you say there was no guideline in terms of don't do this, don't do that, what is your environment like? Because now you're staying by yourself. So what are you seeing?
Yeah.
at this
So
time?
I'm gonna start with school. So I'm 15, 16. The people around me are like 18, 21, and stuff like that. So obviously the conversations are different. But because I've always been around people that are older than me in terms of school, it's like, it's normal. So if they talk about something and I don't know, it means I must catch up, because clearly my life has been catching up to the people that are ahead of me. So it's like, we talk about alcohol. Yeah, I must know because why do I not know? And now I don't want to lose the friends I have because I am weird and awkward. I think that's how I lost the other group of friends, because they'd have conversations and I wouldn't say anything, and then they'd feel like they're making me feel weird, and then fell out. So the environment is very, it wasn't the best of environments. It was a township. It was a mess. It was. I think that's also what adds to the feeling like my parents abandoned me. My siblings didn't come through, even though they kids themselves. There was nothing they could have done, really. So, but I stay there. I'm in Matric. My Matric year was very. I think half the time I was battling stuff instead of doing schoolwork, because every day I come back, I realize that I'm alone. I'm far from home. No one is coming to see me. No one's saying anything. I can't go home. I have to study because it's prelims and stuff like that. I remember this one time I was writing prelims. I was writing maths. So I went home on the Friday, and then when I was supposed to come back on the Sunday, the person that's supposed to come back with me says to me, "Oh no, I have to put a fridge in the car, so there's no space for you." And that's Sunday night, right? So they're like, to me, there's no space for you in the car, so you're gonna have to take a taxi in the morning, right? So I take a taxi in the morning, it drops me off. I have all of these bags. I must go home to my place to drop these bags. I had to walk there. I think it was about just maybe 1 kilometer. So I have to take my bags from where the taxi drops me, take them to my place, and now I can't take them with me to school. So I go home, I drop the bags, I come back, I walk maybe 500 meters, and then I catch a taxi because you couldn't catch it where I was staying. And then I got to school, then it's time to write maths. I remember that entire paper, I was crying so I can shoot. The sight of it now in my brain is like so. I remember crying so much, and mind you, I'm not crying because this person left me. Now I'm crying because this is not on.
Like it's not.
Like I'm sitting with people that are coming from their home with their moms and dads, and they're like, "Oh, Palesa." And now I have this whole episode before even going to school. I remember sitting there crying so bad. I even forgot that people are around me. And now, when we're writing prelims, I don't have an ID, right? Because yes, I don't have an ID, so I'm writing with like a paper. I don't know what they gave me while I was waiting for my ID to come. So they gave me this other paper. So you have to put it on the floor. So now the people around me are gonna see I'm this tall girl that is very young, and I was the youngest in the entire school, right? So I'm like, I'm a very awkward person, just in general. I'm very shy, and I'm extremely tall. And now I have a paper, and people have IDs. It was so. I probably cried about that too. Why
everything is just like why?
Everything feels so wrong. Where I was staying was so scary. It was a very dangerous place. Anything could happen at any time, and now I'm sleeping in there on my own, and I'd hear things outside, like scary things happen, and I'm not gonna say, like I can't say anything to anyone. Even if I call my dad, he's not gonna get there in 30 minutes. Not even gonna be there in I don't know how long, but because
like
then,
I
felt I think it was just abandonment for the most part, even though they didn't intentionally abandon me, but it was a very horrible time. So I write my prelims, and then I write my exams, and I don't remember sitting and studying and stuff like that.
I was about to say, because I'm like, you are going home, and you're going home because you miss your family. It's not like you're there the weekend studying, in the morning you're taking things.
So I don't remember doing the groups that, okay, let's sit and study, even though my guy friends used to teach me maths, because I used to. This is such a horrible thing, but there was one test I wrote for maths, and it was out of 100, and I got a 6. Right? In Matric, I got a 6. So my guy friends used to teach me maths, and I would teach them life science, geography, what else? All the theory modules, because then I was super good at that. It was so odd that I'd get an 80% in life science and then get close to nothing in maths. It was a very odd thing. I'm so embarrassed, you guys. But
yeah. 16.
Right?
Matric,
Yeah,
so,
yes. Yes, guys. So sometimes they teach me maths and stuff like that, and also because I was staying so far, like you'd have to take a taxi. I didn't always have the money for taxi, so my dad and my siblings would give me money to buy food, but it's like, to them the money is enough, because it's not like you're buying food for 100 people and stuff like that. And I wouldn't buy a lot, because in that place where I'm staying, it's a bed, it's my clothes, on the side of the bed it's my clothes, and they're in bags, right? And then it's a small table with a stove and a kettle, and then there's a side where it's all my dishes and the pots, and that's everything, right? So I didn't have a fridge. I wouldn't buy stuff to keep in the fridge, even though there's a neighbor that said, oh, you can put. I felt like, yo, every day I want something. So I would have to spend more than they'd expect me to spend, and it wasn't much. So sometimes I didn't have money to go to school, didn't have money to take.
And you were too scared to even ask. You didn't because what I'm getting is like you just felt abandoned and you don't want to bother anyone.
Yeah, and it's like, who do I ask? Like, I can ask my dad, but like my siblings are kids too, right? I have that thing of growing up, I would remind myself that no, it's not their responsibility as well. Even though they'd like to take responsibility, it's not their place. I got to a point where I understood, oh, my mom passed away. She was the person that's responsible. So if she's not there, she's not responsible. My dad is there, but remember, my dad doesn't really know half the things that are going on, because he stays in a different house. So I never even got to a point where I could say, oh, I can depend on my dad. If I call my dad, he's gonna come now, right? And if it's like that, if he says no to just one thing, then you feel like you don't love me and stuff like that, because how do I ask you for one thing and he'd forget my birthday and I'd see it,
Sure, it'd be like,
when I'm
that's why you didn't even remind him, but it's like,
it would be so painful. But I'll tell you with the birthdays. So I'd have to walk to school and walk going back, right? I remember Googling, I think 2 years ago, when I was thinking of this. Now I was Googling how far it is, because it's extremely far. But I think 3 years ago, I was sitting and thinking about how it was so hard, and I Googled for the first time, and I saw that it was 3 kilometers. So I had to walk 3 kilometers to school, and I had to walk 3 kilometers back. Yeah, and think of it now, it's like it's crazy. But the walk back was so fun. So one of the 3 guys would walk with me and buy new Cool Time, that ice cold Cool Time. He'd buy that Cool Time for both of us. We'd walk, he'd pass his house, like, because his house is like not far. He'd pass his house and go with me until closer to where I stay, and then now he has to walk back all the way, and I walk. But it was so fun. We just have random conversations, and then he used to make fun of the fact that I know all the theory modules, because they were good in maths, but they also didn't get like great marks. So he'd say, yeah, see, I have a mom, but my marks are horrible. You don't have a mom, but your marks are good. So you see, God is not gonna give us the same things. It's like, at least we have something.
Yeah, I'm gonna innocent. It's like,
but we both be like, yeah, true. True. Like, I'm like,
yeah, everything.
Yeah, you would. So he'd say that, but we were very close. I think he kept me sane. He kept me sane.
Sure.
And yeah, so I did that, wrote my finals, and also I have a mom in this school, because I'm always gonna find a mom. So when the boys are doing boy things, I'm sitting with the teacher, really sitting in her car. Yeah, sitting in her car, just talking and stuff. I still talk to her to this day.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, finished Matric.
And how were your results?
Shock of my life. So I don't have a mental note of studying, but I was a child that sits in class and listens and does the work, and I'm on top of things. So I knew that maths is going to be bad, physics is not going to be great, but everything else must be a distinction. So I went into that
at 16, guys. I just have to add.
Right, but
No,
I'm
that's a
still
flex.
coming. I'm still coming. Yeah. So now we have to go fetch our. Oh no, the results come out. I remember the youngest of the boys in my older brothers and my sister. We're now going to the garage. It's very late at night. We're excited.
Ooh, that was those times you had to wait.
We are going to the garage. Get there, we wait for the paper. In my head, I'm not gonna look at the name. I'm just gonna look for the row that has 5 distinctions, because we have 7 modules, 7 subjects,
7
both
subjects, yes.
So I get there. Ayiko-san.
Yeah.
Like what? It's not there. I look again. It's not there. I get to my name. There's just 1. And I'm like, this is not on.
You're like,
I'm like, you're wrong. Right? I look there and I'm so disappointed. And this distinction is in geography. I mean, like, I think if I could get 1, it must be in the ones that I thought, yes, definitely life sciences or Zulu or something. So I get there, it's not there. Now it's time to go. I remember being so mad. The funny thing is, I didn't know God, but I was like, why are you answering to him? Like, but I don't. Yeah. So it's time to go to school to fetch our statements. Yes, to fetch that. And I get there. I look at my transcript, it's like 79, 78. Remember, a distinction in school 80. Is 80. 79, 78, 76, 79, 79.
Yeah.
And there's geography at a whooping, what was it? I can't even remember, but it was so high. And I'm like, just take number and give the other ones.
So they're all at 80.
Yeah, but I'm so disappointed in myself that how do I get a 79? I even got a 79 for life orientation, and that's the one distinction you can guarantee. You're like, I got that. I banked on this Zulu to say, there's no way. I get this Zulu 79. I'm like, this is real. So and then there's maths and physics. Right where I thought they'd be 15 or what were they? Somewhere there. I passed.
Yeah.
Yes. I passed. I'm like, I passed. So I get a B, and yeah, that's it. Now school is done. It's time to go back home.
Yeah.
Did you wanna ask me something? Okay. So I go back home. I think I already applied, but I didn't get in anyway, because the minimum you can get for maths and physics to get into like science and stuff is 60, right?
So at this stage, you're in Matric. Like, what are you applying for? Like, what do you want to do?
I was applying for everything that is based on life sciences, because I loved life sciences. So applying for your environmental scientists.
Makes sense.
Yeah, all of those things. So I applied for those, and